Well, hello there, Libra. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your October 2024 tarot reading. So we'll take a look first at the overall energies, and then we'll go to the tarot to get some more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance. All right, so let's take a look. Let's see what's on the horizon for you. All right, you have Moss Spirit, Surrender Now. Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure, and realignment. Feel the ebb and flow of life. Yeah. Okay. You know, Libra, I'm going to say the energy that is coming out pretty loud and clear here is that you're taking back your power in some situation, whether that's career, a relationship, your life. It could even be, I mean, it could be even a sense of your lifestyle, your life choices, your health choices, your way of living. It's almost like you understand that something has been distracting you, pulling you away from what is really in alignment for your higher good. This is you taking back your power, right? You know, the Moss Spirit, it says surrender now. But I feel like you surrendered your power to some other person or some other situation. A little bit of a different kind of energy there. And it has the number 39, and 3 plus 9 equals 12, right? This could be even something that you have been struggling with for like the last 12 years, 12 months to 12 years. This is something where you're understanding, it's almost like you're coming into this realization that something that you have been allowing to distract you from who you really and truly are, have allowed your power to be taken or minimized in some way by some other person, situation, belief, or habit. You know, for some of you, you could realize that maybe staying up late and being on your phone or something, right, doesn't allow you to get the sleep that you need in order to be in your highest power, to be aligned to who you are and what you are meant to do. This is a little bit about stepping into your true life purpose. So it's kind of like, okay, I have to no longer allow myself to surrender my power, right, to scrolling on social media or playing on your phone or whatever, or staying up and watching TV or streaming movies late into the night, right? I'm going to allow myself to take back my power by going to bed at a decent time, right? But I don't think this is easy. For some of you, it could be, you know, even understanding that maybe, you know, overindulging in foods or drinks or not exercising or something like that. I really get a strong, like, sixth house energy here. And sixth house is about our health, our daily habits, you know. Understanding that you're allowing someone or some situation, yeah, and you are trying to manifest your happy here. You know, you have the Phoenix rising. Wow, the fates. There's a strong sense of understanding that you're allowing something to hold you back from what it is that you really and truly want for yourself. Something that's really destined, whether that's a romantic connection, starting your own business, you know, writing the book that you've always wanted to write, going on that trip around the world, whatever it is. Because you have the Imagine card here. It's allowing yourself to say, why am I holding myself back? Why am I not stepping into my power and going after what it is that I really and truly want to do, right? This is dreaming your reality into life, right? Allowing yourself to, in a way, surrender to what it is that you really and truly want and understanding what's holding you back from doing it. You know, with the regeneration card, there's also a little bit of an energy of reviving. Yeah, you have deception here, right? Reviving something. I think there's a strong energy here of somebody, yeah, there's some conflict. You're stuck. There's, you know, you want to be committed to, you know, what it is that you want to create. This is joyous fun. Fifth house type of energy. A romantic partner. It's about love. It's about romance. It's about creativity. What are you wanting to bring into this lifetime that you haven't been able to do? Maybe something for the last 12 years that you have really been struggling. Okay, there's a strong sense here that there's a third person or third situation or something. I feel like there's a person. I'm just going to say, I think there's somebody that's coming in and kind of like, and it does not have to be like an affair. It can, you know, or something like that. A third party means that there's somebody or some other thing that is pulling away the energy from what you have and what it is that you really and truly want. For some of you, I do want to clarify this. I think you're seeing clearly that you have to go and you have to tell your truth. There's something here that is really bothering you. Okay, some situation that is kind of like, maybe you have to share your truth with somebody else. Okay, about how their deception, right? Or whatever. You have a lot of threes here, right? How somebody's betrayal. Like maybe you don't have to tell them. For some of you may choose to, but for others of you, is it getting really honest, right? I feel like there's almost this energy of getting really honest, seeing clearly, okay, that there's another way to do life, and you're ready to go in a different direction. This is the energy of, I've been living my life trying to please others. Yeah, judgment card, flipping out. It could be about your life purpose. There's something here about understanding. I've tried to live life one way, but by living that way of life, I also gave up my power, right? This could be people pleasing, you know, never really speaking up for yourself, never sharing your truth, right? It's kind of like, I can't live like this anymore. This is you saying, I'm taking back my power. I have to tell my truth. You know, maybe you haven't shared your truth of how you feel about a certain situation that maybe even occurred 12 years ago. Yeah, you're trying to bring balance. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. It's taking a long time. You know that there's something here. There's something here that's destined for you, whether this is a relationship, a situation, a career, you know, fame, whatever it is. There's this sense. I feel like this has something to do with family, though. Okay, bringing a relationship back into balance. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it could be mother energy, it could be spouse energy, it could be family energy, it could be boss, okay, energy. Bringing something back into balance, okay? See, having it, it's almost like an energy of, because you have the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Something wasn't balanced before, because remember you have the realignment. Finding that sense of balance, but I think it wasn't balanced before because Libra, you weren't speaking your real truth. You know, have you ever had like a friendship with somebody and it's kind of like you like having like a friend, let's just say a friend, and you like having them in your life for one reason or another. And so you never really tell them the truth, right? They may say, it's the old joke. Does this dress make me look fat, right? And you're kind of like, well, and you don't tell them that, yeah, it's maybe not the most attractive fit on their body, right? Or something, you can find a pleasant way to say that, it doesn't, well, it's not your most flattering cut. It doesn't have a flattering cut for your body, right? But it's also the energy of just appeasing somebody and saying, oh, it looks great, when it really doesn't. Like, you're understanding that even those little white lies prevent us from having a true deep connection, right? Have you ever felt like you asked somebody, does this dress look fat on me, or some other question, and you intuitively feel like they're just telling you what they think you want to hear instead of the truth, right? So this is the energy that I'm getting. It's kind of like understanding that when we don't speak our truth, when we only share what we think other people want to hear, then the problem is that we don't have a true sense of trust in a connection, right? Because the other person can kind of intuitively tell that we're only telling them what we think that they want to hear. But we can't be in somebody else's head, right? I mean, this is the energy of perhaps kind of sharing with somebody your truth. You may have been glossing over something, right? And I'm not saying it has to be like truly confrontational, but there's something here that you haven't really shared your true truth. And it doesn't mean that you have to go in, and blast them with the truth. This is maybe finding a loving way to tell them, you know what? I need to share something with you. Now, if it's you not sharing something with somebody else, but I think it is, because I think when you share this information, that's when you can step into your power. It's a sense of codependency, telling somebody what they want to hear so that they stay in your life. And you've there's a sense of delusion here of thinking, well, it's a balanced situation. But it's not. And you understand that there's this conflict, underlying conflict, because you're not willing to tell the truth. In fact, this person or even you have told somebody else how you feel about the situation, how the dress really looks on them, but you haven't told the person that's wearing the dress. And therefore, it's kind of like, excuse me, like, your truth is out there, but your truth isn't really with the person. Wow. For some of you, this could be like a family or a friend or a work situation where the gossip is going around, and you may have shared your truth with somebody, but you haven't shared your truth with the person that it really and truly, kind of like needs to hear the truth. Right? It could be good things, right? It could be, I really, she could be whispering, I really love her, right? It's kind of like, I really, it could be a good thing. And it's kind of like, but you haven't told the person that's really involved in the situation. Really powerful, because your obstacle here is, you're taking steps. It's about taking steps and knowing, okay, this may cause conflict in this situation. This person may not want to hear what I have to say. You could totally change the dynamics of a group or change the dynamics of a relationship, right? But it's allowing yourself to see that as long as you are not speaking your truth, right? That you're not really in your power, and the relationship itself is not really and truly as deep as it could be. So it's staying on the shallows, right? It's not a deep emotional connection. So asking yourself, What are you afraid of in this situation? Why are you afraid of sharing your truth? For some of you, this could be allowing yourself to share some truth around, especially fifth house energy, passions, pleasure, romance, children. This is children, hobbies. It could even be sexuality. It's allowing yourself to be honest with yourself, and then also being honest with somebody else. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of going back and forth about this. You're kind of like, I don't know if I want to share this. But as long as you're not sharing your truth, you can't step into your Queen of Wands, your power. Both of these are confident, powerful, know who you are, and not afraid to share who you are with the world. When you do allow yourself to share yourself with the world, the wheel turns in your favor. Now, here's the thing. Initially, it may not feel like it's turning in your favor. You may tell somebody how you really feel about them, right? And you may not get the answer or the response that you are wanting, putting you onto a new path, knowing, okay, that is, not what I was wanting. But it's understanding, it's helping you to realign to who you are and what you are meant to do. It's helping you to step back into your power. Instead of playing small, instead of pretending something is working, you're allowing yourself to step into something profound, right? Yeah, this is kind of interesting because, 12 years ago, because we have Jupiter in Gemini, and Jupiter was in Gemini 12 years ago. So it's understanding that something that maybe happened 12 years ago would have been 2012, right? So kind of something that may have happened in 2012 is kind of coming up to play again in your life and understanding. I feel like you get a second chance at doing it differently, right? Because you're more wise, you have more experience, right? Your soul has progressed. So you have a second chance at making a different choice of stepping into who you really and truly are. Or this allows you to step into who you really and truly are. Yeah, because the energy here it's about manifesting what you really and truly want by listening to your intuition, right? To knowing that you're stuck at this moment because you're not allowing yourself to step into your power. And that is really hard, Libra, because I feel like you're trying to appease somebody, or you're trying to, I think that you're allowing yourself to create a delusion, right? It's almost like we all do that. We all do that at different times, right? It's kind of like, it's kind of like allowing yourself to look in the mirror and saying, not only what lie am I perhaps putting out into the world, what lie am I telling myself? Like, well, it doesn't really matter that they don't know the truth. But it does. Because energetically, they kind of know that there's something going on, right? That they're not getting the truth. So therefore, the relationship isn't as deep as it could be. For a lot of you, I feel like this has something to do, this could be, let's put it this way, it could be that maybe you've had a third-party situation, right? And that you haven't shared that information with your spouse or significant other. And it's kind of like you would just have that kind of energy. You're hiding something, right? And this is kind of like almost like coming clean. And I'm not saying that you've had a situation like that, but it's that type of energy. It's kind of like when you were a kid and, I don't know about you, but my mother was very intuitive. So it's kind of like, I would come home. I was a good kid. I would come home and, my mom would, say, oh, what did you all do? And I'd be, oh, well, we just went to the mall or whatever, But, perhaps there was, maybe maybe we also went and tried on makeup or clothing that wasn't really appropriate or something like that, but you did I wouldn't say that to her, but it was almost like, really, what happened? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like allowing yourself to know that when you're hedging with somebody, they can feel it, and you may think you're getting away with it. You're not. This is understanding. And even if you think you are getting away with it, it's kind of like understanding that it's preventing you from having the connection that you would maybe really like to have with this person. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. I think for some of you, this does have something to do with perhaps a marriage or a business partner, okay? Because we have the Hierophant and we have the Two of Cups. So this is, a significant relationship that you either have or have had with a certain person, but you have the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Understanding. Yeah, you have the King of Cups. I think, wow, I honestly feel like there's this energy of understanding that you can't have that emotional connection either with yourself, with this person, or with people in general, right? Until you choose to do something that's bigger, that you allow yourself to express your emotions, your truth more significantly. You have the Star and the World. Okay, for some of you, this is a deep healing. This is definitely like a deep healing that helps you to move into a new chapter. And maybe it is, think back to 2012, right? Think back to perhaps situations that were in your life then. They're coming back around, whether it's the same person or a similar situation. It's coming back around so that you can do this deep healing and you can allow yourself to move forward in a more powerful way by living your truth, by no longer allowing yourself to hide it, diminish it, deplete it, allowing other people to no longer steal your power because you're aligning to who you really and truly are, stepping into your power and realignment. Right? Realigning to who you really and truly are. I feel like 2012 could have allowed you to step into a little bit of this new chapter in your life. And now it's kind of like, for some of you, you may have been living almost like, like a double life, okay, in a way. So sometimes I feel like that myself, all right? Because when you're in the spiritual world, and especially, tarot and that type of thing, where I live, that is not necessarily accepted, right? So I hide that part of myself to a majority of like my neighbors and that type of thing, right? And, back maybe like in 2012, I really started awakening to some of this. This would be kind of the energy of recognizing I am holding myself back from being the loving light that I am, and how I can help. This is you, Libra, how you can help to heal the world, committing to who you are and to your spiritual path, right? By allowing yourself to share who you really are to the world and how you believe, right? You could have been like me, kind of like hiding it a little bit, Like there's people in my life that know, okay, I share with some people, but I don't share with everybody. It's kind of like understanding that I can't have that true connection with those people that I don't share who I really am with, right? Until I am willing to do that. Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes we don't have to tell everybody, right? But this is you allowing yourself to understand that you are holding yourself back. You're not stepping into your true power. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And Libra, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. To whom am I comparing myself right now? Yeah, what you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. I think for some of you, if you are feeling as though other people are more spiritual, that you're not really as connected or something like that, right? But understanding if you can pick up that people aren't being truthful with you, they can pick up that you're not being really truthful with them. Yeah, it goes both ways. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.